Good morning, beautiful ladies, and welcome to Biz Elevate with Anupama. In the past few weeks, there have been so many exhibitions, trade fairs, events happening all over Dubai. Some of you must have exhibited your business, your products, your services in this kind of settings. And that must have given you a lot of traction in terms of brand awareness, in terms of building your business, your pipeline, given you connections to sell, connections to collaborate, right? Events usually give a lot much of traction than anything else. Yes, for me also, I usually want to go to events, to go to networking events, to go to exhibitions and trade fairs, because I get to interact on a one-to-one basis with my vendors, with my clients, with my potential target audience. You are kind of putting yourself in front of the audience, in front of people, because business is done by people for people. So people become an important part. We need to connect with them. We need to show them what we have to offer and make a sale if possible, make a connection if possible, make a collaboration if possible. And that's exactly why we attend trade fairs, exhibitions, events, because they not only help you to present to the audience, but an audience gets an opportunity to interact with the brands, to know more about, to find more things, to understand what the market has to offer them. So it's a win-win situation for both. But over the few weeks that I have been attending these events, I have realized there's a lot of self-doubt, there's a lot of debate going around these events, around these exhibitions. I had recently one of the micro businesses who is busy selling Indian products, specifically apparel, telling me that Anupama, because of these events, there's so many suppliers, businesses coming from outside of Dubai that my business is going down. I said, wow, then why don't you attend this kind of events and collaborate with these people? Make sure that you have got their products in your kitty rather than they taking it somewhere else. And she said that's not possible because the prices don't match. What I already inventory that I have is not going to move. They are a tough competition to crack. And I was a little surprised because maybe this person did not know what it takes to start a business by being a supplier outside the country. That means by importing into the country, what are the obstacles these people usually have to go through. You being a local business always have an upper hand, be it that you're importing stuff from all over the world and putting it here in the local market, or you are manufacturing or buying within the local market and selling as an agent. Local market always has an upper hand. Now, just let me give you a brief idea of what these people who want to set up businesses in the UAE or in the local market, or who want to import their product and services into the country face. First and foremost, I cannot sell until unless I have a commercial license associated with my product. So that means I have to either take a trade license, or I have to collaborate with somebody to make sure that I have that commercial license to sell in the country. Second thing, if it is a general trading and it is a product based entity or a product based business, then there are issues of logistics, there are issues of warehousing, there are issues of shipping, and that kind of raises your cost. Third is if it's an F&B, if it's a cosmetic, it's a wellness care product, Yeah, you require specific approvals for services that are not that many, but for products and specifically from this category, you have many approvals to look at even before you put that product in the market. Now, with all this, the cost for that business to launch themselves in the UA is quite high. So, if we give them an opportunity to collaborate with an entity in the local market itself, the cost is kind of slashed by almost more than a half, if I have to say, because you don't need a trade license, because you already have an entity who has a trade license. You don't need to worry about logistics, warehousing, and all those aspects, because those aspects are already in place from this particular entity, and thus it becomes a win-win situation for both. What we need to do is need to find the right product fit for us and capture it. So visiting these events wherein you have distributors, suppliers, brands coming from outside the country or outside Dubai, we look at them not sorry, as competitors, but as collaborators. What kind of service I can provide them? I can sell their product with my bouquet and make it a win-win, because the moment you changed into that mindset what happens is you're not looking at competition anymore. You are looking at collaboration. You are looking at what is the best that I can do for my business, rather than what bad this business is going to do for my business, or how negative impact this business is going to have on mine. If you have a product-based business, look at products which are complementing, which might be niche to your product, and pick up on those, so that you are not only selling yours, you are selling a bouquet of products to your existing clientele. That takes care of two things. First and foremost, it kind of enhances your product portfolio. It gets better products, maybe cost-effective products, niche products into your portfolio. Second thing is it cuts down the competition. If these people were to go with someone else or would have to start off their own business, then they would create a competition. But when you change your mindset, they now become collaborators. So looking at these events in that perspective makes a huge difference as to how your business is going to move forward. Whenever you are looking at businesses or trade fairs where a lot of people, businesses from other countries are displaying their ware, are promoting their products and services, and which might be a tough cookie to crack for you, just look at it in a different perspective, a perspective of collaboration. Now, this collaboration can hold many factors which kind of decide which products you need to pick up and which you don't. There are some products that might kind of work with you, some products that might not work with you. Second thing is always talk about the commercials and also the marketing, because you require some money to put into your marketing to market your products. So make that a part and parcel of your agreement or understanding with the principals. There are a lot of times that these entities, when they come into trade fairs and stuff, they are meeting potential distributors, potential entities who can support them in this market. So try to find out what kind of support they seek, and if you can provide that, then it becomes kind of a partnership in the business on the whole. So those kind of things need to be looked at. And at the end of the day, because you are in the local market, you have a much better grip on the market intel, the local market that's around you and in which you are transacting. So that is another very important aspect where you can share knowledge with them regarding the local market, give them idea of how it works and how you can support it, and making this possible competitor into a possible potential collaborator. With all these things in place, it's always a better idea to put all of this in black and white. You might have found a fantastic product or fantastic service to collaborate with, but remember, they're sitting in some other country, you're sitting here. You are actually catering to the local market. They are somewhere outside the country and maybe sometimes out of legal boundaries for you. So in these scenarios, it is very much important to put everything in black and white. You have to have proper contracts, proper MOUs signed in terms of how the process is going to take place between the two of you, what are the transactions that are going to happen, what are the commercials, how is the financial aspect being handled or taken care of, how is the money going to move, who is going to manage the marketing, what is the commercials in terms of sales, in terms of commissions, in terms of the money that's transferred between the you two. All these aspects need to be put down in black and white. Then only this kind of a collaboration or a partnership or a relationship can be working very fine. Otherwise, issues crop up and then you have to drop off things. To safeguard yourself, it is very much important that you have all the papers in place. So next time when you are looking at an entity and saying, okay, this is going to be a possible competition for me, how I'm going to sell, take a step back and see how you can get them on board to work with you. Maybe that might be a channel for you, or it might be a reason for you to push your product to the next level, your business to the next level. Well, that's all from me today. If you have any comments regarding this live, put it in the comment box and I will address those concerns, any questions that come my way. If you give me an idea of what you would like to hear in this FB lives, that would be another feather in the cap for me, because then I can address exactly specifically those topics which can be taken up, and it will actually give me an idea what challenges you as an audience face. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. We will meet again, same time, same day, same platform next week. Till then, have an amazing week.